I might this up. You're my only hope, babe. I did burn myself. There's no saving that, so. They're everywhere. I think Katsuki Baku would be so disappointed in me. I haven't done this in so long. I don't even remember how. In like a year or longer. I don't know. I lost track of time. Doing something else, I guess. Well, I was doing something else. I haven't done one of these in so long. I don't even remember how I used to start them. All right, well, let me get my apron. Anyway, hello, hello, hello. What's up? How are you? And welcome back. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done anything like this. One thing I wanted to do going into the new year of 2026 is post to like long form content, at least one video a month. Forgot, I lost my train of thought. I do remember this happening a lot when I used to film. I'm always losing my train of thought. I think I like it better without the light in the back. No, I think it's too dark. Solstice, if you in this house, please hold on. I do have a dog. Are you gonna Oh, you lay on the couch, baby. You're okay. I guess that's new. Yeah, I got a dog last month. I officially adopted her. She's a little angel. I'll show you to her later, but she's laying on the couch right now. Hopefully not on the floor. Fingers crossed. She's still getting potty trained. You'll see this in January, but it's being filmed in December, and I'm getting ready for Yule. Today is December 19th, 2025, and Yule is on December 21st, 2025. Yule is a Wheel of the Year holiday that I celebrate. I do not conform to like one specific religion. I am a very spiritual person. Yule is a pagan holiday that has been celebrated for generations, not in my family, but by me. I love Yule. It's one of my favorite Wheel of the Year holidays. Yule, and then the summer solstice, which I believe is called Litha. I always pronounce it wrong. Yule is the winter solstice, so it is a celebration of going into a new chapter and letting the light in, and also slowing down since it's the shortest day of the year. We're celebrating the little sunlight we do have, and celebrating the fact that since we have passed now the darkest time of the year, we are going into lighter times, and it's just a really fun way for me to feel connected with the earth. I kind of just prefer celebrating Yule over Christmas. I just posted on my story how I was making YouTube content, and Mel's got so excited. She texted me, "Today we're gonna make a Yule log." Now, this is gonna be fun because I suck at baking. I think I'm pretty good at cooking, but baking is just not something I really pride myself on. I think it's a bit more technical than cooking, because you know, if you like something up a little bit when you're cooking, you can kind of just like, oh, throw this spice in here, you know, and it's kind of fast paced, and like you kind of just get with the flow. And when you, after you learn to cook, you kind of start to realize like, oh, this spice goes good with like this type of ethnic food and things like that. You can't do that for baking. You kind of just have to get it right. I'm not good at doing that. Anyway, we're gonna make a Yule log. I've never made one from home, and to be honest, I don't like Yule log from the store. I'm gonna make mine a little bit less rich. I think that's where I really do not like Yule log. They also have a lot of brandy in them, but I'm making it for Yule. That's on the 21st. If you hear any really loud noises, it's extremely windy outside. Truthfully, nothing I can do about it. I'm not the wind. This is like choking me. Hold on. Can you? All right, let's get to it. I can't get this damn hold on. Brother, you know what? I just this apron, but it's, I'm getting overstimulated. If you're Hispanic, you know this is where we keep our things. I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I really thought I cleaned that one before, but then I was looking at the background. It's just a Brillo pad on the counter. Here's the recipe I'm going to do. It's actually supposed to be a much easier Yule log than the standard one because it doesn't use brandy. Found it on Scientifically Sweet. It looks like it's going to be pretty easy for an idiot. Question is vanilla bean paste the same as pure vanilla extract? The main difference between the two is consistency and flavor. Wall. Ingredients: I need all-purpose flour, which we have back there in that big container that you can't see, granulated sugar, vanilla extract, eggs, cocoa powder, oil, whipping cream, dark chocolate. I got semi-sweet chocolate because I hate dark chocolate. Tools you need: electric mixer, 7 to 11 inch baking sheet. Please don't make me pull out a roller. Does this look like 17 to 11 inches? I might this up. Beat the eggs for 3 minutes on high medium speed until frothy and pale. Wait, how many eggs did she say though? Did she specify? Beat the eggs. How many eggs, ho? I can't open this page. You're my only hope, babe. How many eggs do you want me to use? 4 large room temperature. Room temperature? Does that matter? I think Katsuki Baku would be so disappointed in me. 4 large eggs at room temperature. These are not room temperature eggs, but we're gonna go with it. Let's see. I'm much better at cooking, and I will have to show you my cooking skills in a future video. I think she said to beat the eggs first. 3 minutes. So I'm gonna lock this in place. Let's now gradually add in sugar. Four more minutes. Add in vanilla and salt. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon I'm gonna let this whisk while I mix the dry ingredients. I need to add the oil. I forgot about the oil. That would have been bad. The oven is preheated. I took everything out. I got scared. Half a cup of all-purpose flour. A fourth of a cup of cocoa powder. I got cocoa baking powder. Looks like a lot. Half a cup. And a teaspoon of baking powder. My cat is on the counter. I'm getting nervous. And then I'm supposed to whisk this. And I think this is actually good for now, so I'm gonna turn that off for a second. Whisk. Whisk away. This like looks like a lot, but like not enough at the same time. Alright, I think that's pretty evenly mixed. Mix wet and dry ingredients. Sift the dry ingredients again over into the bowl with the egg mixture. Carefully fold the dry ingredients into the whipped egg mixture until combined without overmixing. I just feel like I can't possibly. I just know that my pastry chef grandfather is rolling in his grave. I can just feel it. This is only supposed to go in the oven for like 11 to 9 minutes, which is not a way I've ever had a cake made before. Who am I to judge? Really. It smells so fucking good though. I feel like that's pretty evenly, is it evenly mixed? Tastes good. Damn, that tastes good. Spread evenly in the baking sheet and then bake for 9 minutes. This is my pan. Ta-da! I don't know if this is gonna work. She says for the 20th time today. They're everywhere. Into the oven she goes, and I am deeply afraid because I love her and I want her to grow properly. I believe in you, shawty. Look at her, she's cute. I know some people don't like when their cats walk on the counter. I don't mind when my cats do it. But I know they're clean, but you do need to get off while I'm cooking them. She's rising, that's for sure. Alexa, how long left on my timer?
You have less than 10 seconds left on your 9-minute timer.
Okay, she's done. So let's sit on like one of these things. I am a bit terrified. I'm just gonna let her stay. So you're just gonna hang out right here, shawty. I did burn myself. I'm gonna figure out how the to make this cream filling. So, hold on. I have to roll this cake. This will be interesting for all of us. We're gonna pick her up. Yeah. We're gonna flip. Okay. We're gonna not freak out. I'm a fucking adult. I can fucking do this. That's not done. Actually, maybe it is. It's just a sponge cake. Now that I think about it, I'm really not sure if I've ever had a sponge cake. This actually doesn't feel done. I'm confused. No, this is still wet. I'm gonna pop that back in there. I'm freaking the f out. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Alrighty. 1.5 tablespoons of skim milk. I don't have skim milk, so I'm just gonna use regular milk. Yes, my son. 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar. 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder. Alexa, stop. I think this is a teaspoon. Oh shit, my fucking cake. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of the pumpkin pie spice. And 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Is give it a 1/4. I don't know. Alright, I'm assuming I gotta whip this shit, so. I'm so afraid. She's so pretty like this. I don't want to ruin her. What do I do? Is it supposed to be the soft on the inside? That is yummy. I don't think this woman told me to cook it for long enough. Oh, that's really good. Wow. Chocolate on my face. Yeah, she's ready. We're gonna put her on the cake. That might not be done. Now, mind you, I put it in exactly how long the lady told me to. So if it's not done, that's not my fault. This also could very well be our tester log, you know? Now we gotta do the rolling, which actually might prove to be the hardest part, and I genuinely don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you this. Oh, cool, it's stuck to the rag. Oh, that's awesome. Nope, there's no saving that, so. Let me see if I can salvage this in any way. I really didn't think it was done. But she said only 9 minutes. It really is yummy. I could try this again. Or I probably will. And just put it in for longer. Because I have enough cream. Let me do this again and report back. She's in there for attempt 2. And I'm putting her in for 15 minutes instead of 9. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop it. That don't know how to stop, she gonna get unplugged. This looks much better than the previous one, and I did poke about, I think, 6 holes in it just to make sure that it is fully cooked through. Let's try to transfer this. This looks so much better than the previous one. Is it gonna be perfect? Probably not, but like, That's fine. Can you see the difference fluffiness of that one versus the one we had done previously? I did the exact same step cooking wise that I did for the previous cake, and it was just that that cake was not in long enough, and I think that's what was really our downfall. And you're supposed to roll this while it's hot. So let it stand for 2 minutes. So I'm gonna set a timer for 2 minutes. Pat! I'm so happy! Now it might be too thick, but that's okay. Look at my little dog. She is scared of the kitchen. She's getting a bath after this. She's gonna hate me. In that 30-second time period, I did manage to f something up. And I got the top part of the cake off pretty easily. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I wonder if it would be easier if I roll it in this. I think I might just do that. I mean, both sides are gonna look the same anyway. It says you're supposed to roll and then have it hold its shape while it cools. I will say that this one is already much, much easier to roll. I rolled it! I rolled it! I did it! I think you're supposed to let it sit for about 15 minutes. I have a cut on my forehead that is, I just realized I have, and that's what I get for shaving my eyebrows before doing this video instead of plucking my eyebrows before doing this video. Anyway, I'm so excited. I kind of think that this is a great example of like, don't give up, man. Even if you think you literally can't do it. I have no prior experience to rolling a Yule log, and I just did it because I tried. We have this filling here. I'm gonna pop this back in the fridge for about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back, unroll the Yule log, and then roll it back up with the filling inside, and then I have a Yule log. It's so exciting. Okay, so I mean, we're not over yet, so I shouldn't celebrate too soon, but I am. This was a part that I was really scared about, and I'm very, very pleased with my work. Hey, I let my hair down, which I realize now is probably not a good idea, so I'm just gonna tuck this back in here. And I think it's been well over 15 minutes. The timer had gone off, but then I was editing my video for tonight, so I just didn't get up. Now I get to the fun part, which is icing. Let's do this, shall we? Let's take this cream, slap her on there. I fucking did it! Oh my god! It's not amazing, but I don't care. I did it, dude. I do need to cover the rest of the cake, which I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna move it to a plate, and then I'm gonna cover the rest of the cake in this, and then let that chill for a little bit while I make the ganache. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I really didn't know if I was gonna be able to do it. I almost gave up too. It's not really tightly wound, but for my first try of ever making a Yule cake from home, like while not being a very good baker, I'm very proud of myself. That's my Yule log! This is her so far. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge and let it chill for a little bit while I work on making the ganache that's gonna go on top. This is my Yule log! I'll start making the ganache, I'll be back in a minute. I did make the ganache. It was truthfully just heavy whipping cream and semi-sweet chocolate chips. I think it's ready to go on there. I think it's just thick enough for and be nice, I hope. So we're gonna get this on there, but I did not film that because my mom was in the kitchen and she was looking for something and all this stuff, and she was, you know, but now she's not. So I did have the cake set in the fridge for a little bit. I took a little bit more of the outer layer off because you can kind of see through it now. She said a thin layer of the extra cream, and I didn't want it to be too thick. One thing to keep in mind is that Yule logs are usually made with brandy. I don't like brandy, and that's why I didn't want to do one that was made with brandy. I think that's good for right now. I'm gonna set this baby in the fridge for probably about 30 minutes to an hour, and then decorate it afterward. Okay, so the cake was in there for, I really don't know how long, but I think it's ready to be, like, it's pretty good now. I think it's ready to be designed, which is gonna be so fun. No! So the goal is to kind of make it look like, so this is gonna get cut here, and then it's gonna look a little bit more like a Yule log. I'm gonna cut off 2 very thin pieces of the Yule log, just a little backside. All right, and then I'm gonna save that to eat later. I'm gonna clean this bad boy up. And obviously it's not perfect, like it's not something that you would find at a bakery or anything like that, but I'm not a baker, so you know what I mean? Like, I'm really proud of myself for being able to get this far and to make something that looks even like remotely okay. I'm gonna get this cleaned up and then I'll show you afterwards. This is my first ever Yule log. And I have the little extra pieces here for my family to try after dinner tonight. The very, very rich cake, so I'm sure it's gonna take us a long time to get through. So I hope it lasts that long, but I'm extremely proud of myself for being able to achieve this with having no prior experience of making Yule logs and not really being a good baker to begin with. The most I have ever baked before this was a Betty Crocker's brownies or cake. I've never baked something truly from scratch on my own, and I am extremely happy with how it turned out. So thanks for being here and joining me on this journey of making a Yule log. And you know, I think this is a really good example of not giving up, even if you, or trying something even if you don't know if you're gonna be good at it, because I really didn't think that I was gonna be able to achieve this, and I almost gave up the first time that sponge cake didn't work, but then I decided I really have nothing else to do with my day, let me just See if I can see this through. And I did. And I'm really proud of myself for that. So it's not perfect and it certainly would not sell at a bakery, but it's selling at my bakery in my house to my people. And I'm very happy about that. So thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate you joining me on this journey of making a Yule log. And I know that this is gonna get posted on YouTube in January. I do hope you guys had very happy holidays. If you didn't, because I know the holidays tends to be a very tough time for a lot of people, I love you so much. And one day your holidays will get better, I promise you. And that might not be right now. And that might not be maybe even the next few years, but one day your dog's not gonna do that. One day you're gonna wake up and just realize it's not as miserable as it used to be. Happy Yule and Happy New Year. Love you. Bye.